I've got anything I need to make myself comfortable for the night, except a tent. I'm in my early 50s, and I do a lot of riding by myself. A lot of that is mainly on-road, but sometimes it's off-road like this, where there's no cell phone service. So there's a few things that I do that I carry with me just in case. Now, one of the first things I carry is satellite communicator. And the reason I carry that satellite communicator is that if something were to happen to me, whether I fall off the bike or the bike breaks down, I want to be able to contact my family or even search and rescue if it's something really bad I need medical help for. And what I have is a Zoleo. And this allows me to send texts to my family and emergency notification. Okay, so in my bags, and of course I have a lot. I've got my tank bag, I've got my saddle bags, and my top box. So let's just start with my top box and see what I've got in here. So in my top box, and none of this is really organized right now, I have a headlamp. So just a cheap headlamp in case I have to do work on my motorcycle at night. I have, one of my main things is this. It's called a Vessel. And the company is called VSSL. They're a local company. You can see this has a flashlight on the front that I can cycle off, and it has an old school compass on the back that works. And inside, I've created my own rescue kit. So you can see some rope in there. I also have a knife down inside. But if I have to get stuck somewhere overnight, I can open this up, and inside I have a whole bunch of different things inside. This one's lint. I've got fire starting kit. I've got a lighter. I've got anything I need to make myself comfortable for the night, except a tent. There's no tent that fits in here. I also have this life straw. This life straw, if you've never seen it before, it basically filters out water. So if I'm carrying a water container, like a bottle or something, I can go fill it up in a creek, and then I can use this as a straw in the water. So I just put it straight in the bottle, drink from there, or I can go right to the source and just crouch over the water and drink it. So I've always got a clean source of water without worrying about getting sick. That's kind of the worst case scenario if I get stuck somewhere overnight in the bush. I carry my main glasses. So these are my glasses that I wear today. The glasses I'm wearing right now that you see are prescription as well. That's why I'm wearing them for riding. So at least if something happens, I've always got a second set of glasses. I saw a restless mule once stepped on his glasses, and that had me thinking that I should probably carry a spare set of glasses so I don't get stuck without them, because I'm really blind as a bat otherwise. Now, in my saddlebags, I have the weight spread out. So right now there's not a lot in here, but one of the things I have is my toolkit. And this has all the tools that I normally use when I'm working on the motorcycle anyway, because I want to make sure that I have what I need. So if I'm at home in the garage working a motorcycle, I use these tools. So I keep that. This, it's pretty heavy. So this sits down low, and that's why I like to keep them in my saddlebag instead of up high. Let's say I have second set of gloves, because I was on a long ride once and I realized I was just, I don't know if tired or whatever. I hopped on the bike and realized I didn't have my gloves on and thought I left them behind somewhere, and I thought, I'm now going to have to ride without gloves. Turns out I was sitting on them, but it was kind of a wake-up call for me to decide to have a second set of gloves. I mean, I'm not going to go overkill and have second set of everything, but in my other saddlebag, I've got a tire flat repair kit, but since I have this one here, I'll show you. I've just got a bicycle pump as a backup, and you'll see in a minute why it's a backup. But if I need to use this, at least I have a non-electronic way of filling up my tires, even though it would take forever and I won't get them up to full capacity with that. But at least I have them. And I also have rubber gloves in case I have to do maintenance on my motorcycle. If I open up this saddlebag, in here, I have a first aid kit. So in this first aid kit, I've got some major bandages for major bleeding. I also have a tourniquet in here. I carry a tourniquet on my person as well. And yes, I am trained in how to use a tourniquet. And I think everybody should carry a tourniquet, but you really need to know how to use it properly to make it effective. And this way I have one on me if I have to self-rescue myself, if I'm in that frame of mind where I can do it, or someone can use it on me. And then, or if I come across an accident, I can always use it on someone, and I always have it with me here without having to dig into my bag. But I have extra. I also have the strong emergency scissors here that will cut through any motorcycle clothing, heavy jackets, that kind of thing. So that's what I keep in this side, as well as my tire change kit, which is also heavy, kind of like the toolkit. So in here I have my puncture kit, because I have tubeless tires. So I've got the puncture kit that I can just, the plug kit. And then I have a rechargeable tire filling pump. And because I always worry electronics might fail, that's why I carry that bicycle pump on the other side. So those items there, that's what I carry on my day trips. Doesn't matter how long, doesn't matter where. So if I'm riding a highway somewhere for the day, or I'm coming into the back roads, you know, for a couple hours, I carry all the same things. Now if I was to go on a longer trip, there's probably some other things I would add, like an emergency tent if I'm not already carrying a tent if I'm going to be camping. But if I'm not camping and I'm staying in hotels, I'd probably like to bring one of those plastic emergency tents, so that way I have shelter if it's piss pouring rain and I've broken down somewhere, or if I'm in the forest and I just need that shelter. But if I'm in the forest, it's more than likely that I'm going to have an actual tent with me. So what I'd like to know now is put it back to you. Do you carry anything extra on your motorcycle when you're going? Doesn't matter how old you are or what kind of riding you do. What do you carry? I would really like to know your thoughts. Take care. Thanks for watching. Ride safe.